Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Jeremy from Disc Golf Deals USA. I started a putter battle competition. It's an elimination round. This is the third one in the series. If you haven't seen the other two, you should check it out up here. But our next one is going to be two of my favorite discs. We got the Range from MVP Discs and the Berg from Kastaplast. We're doing a 6-hole elimination round. You got to throw, you got to putt with both of these. Which one's going to win? Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This has been a fun series, I must say. I've always had an MVP disc up against something else. So far, we got the same here. MVP disc, we got the Range, and it's going up against a very similar disc, the Berg. Range is definitely my favorite, but the Berg is definitely a contender too. So without further ado, let's go. All right, first hole we're gonna play here is 234. You can either go right or left. Now the main difference between the Range and the Berg that I've found, I mean, they both are very similar. Berg's a 1-speed, Range is a 2-speed, but the Range has more turn to it, whereas the Berg has more stability to it. So this might be a good way to show you guys. I can kind of go left with the Range, drift it to the right, whereas the Berg, it's gonna be a little easier to start to the right and bring it back to the left. All right, Berg up first. Oh, there we go, sit down. Let's go. All right, one of my very first favorite ranges is an Eclipse one. I'm gonna try to go left rat with this one, drift it over. There we go. Park City. Man, this is gonna be a tough battle. So the Berg comes in lots of different plastics. The Range right now, I believe we only have it in 3 versions. We have the Eclipse version, we have the Proton version, Proton Soft that is. We also have the Cosmic Neutron and the Neutron. So those are kind of the only ones we have at the moment, but wow, both of these are super fun. Like I said, Range, a little bit more turn to it than you get with the Berg. Well, first hole, looks like we're starting out with 2 park jobs. So that's a birdie. Move on to hole number 2. Okay, this one's 197. We're gonna go right rat with both of these. So I got the Proton Soft and we got the K1 Berg over here. All right, let's start with the Range first. Yeah, I had to put a little hyzer on it to get it to come back. All right, a little bit long. Okay, now with the Berg, since it's got more fade at the end of it, I can just kind of lay this one flat. Oh, good tree direction. All right, I think those are both kind of in the same spot. All right, so let me know, which one is your favorite? Which one of these do you bag? Is it the Berg? Is it the Range? If you don't bag one of these, what do you use in that low glide kind of approach disc category? And this is definitely a type of disc that everybody needs to have in their bag. And these are probably the top 2 in the game. Now, I'm not much for putting with a Berg, but when I do, I like the more base plastic version. Definitely like this stamp from Par Plastics. All right, we got about a 25 footer. See if we can hit it. Oh, little left side. All right, Range's chance to go up. All right, Range is about the same distance. We are a little flatter here with the Proton Soft. Oh my goodness. Well, like I said, I'm not much of a putter with these guys, so unless I'm parking it, this is gonna be a rough putting day for sure. All right, still all tied up, going into hole 3. All right, this one's about 240 uphill, so it's a little bit of a pump with these guys. So I feel like this is a good chance for us to go glow versus glow. So we got the Berg glow versus the Range glow. All right, Berg is up first. Yeah, that one I can start a little bit more to the right, bring it back. Yeah, great. Pin high. Okay, now, like I said, Range likes to turn a little bit, so I'm gonna start this one a little to the left. Holy cow. Man, that thing was on a laser. All right, not too bad with the Berg. We're just gonna go ahead and try to putt it with this one. I don't think that base plastic is gonna help me with the putting. Yeah, let's go. Birdie. And then check out this Range shot right here. It's gonna be hard to miss that one. All right, this next hole, dead straight laser. I mean, 5-foot gap you got to hit. This is definitely a disc you want to throw a putter on. So let's go with this nice, check out this L2 sick little swirly cosmic neutron range. This is my first throw with this. So let's try it. Just dead straight, backhand. Yes, oh my gosh, I love the range so much. All right, it's gonna be a little bit short, but wow, thing just goes laser straight. All right, then we got the mold team Joseph Berg Tour Series Berg. All right, similar line, but yeah, you can see just a little bit more stable than that range for sure. I tried to release both of those exactly the same. You can definitely see one flew one way, the other one flew the other. So got to go up and down with the Berg here. One of my favorite type of shots with the range and the Berg is doing Anheuser shots. I feel like they just do a really good job of holding them. So here's our chance. Yes, get in. Oh. All right, if I had my normal putter, this is about my 80% range. We're about 35 feet, but with a Berg or a range, I'd say that 80% goes down to probably about 50 or 60%. All right, see if we can get this one range. Yes. All right, range is up by 1. Okay, range is up by 1. We got 3 holes to go. I think I said we were doing a 6-hole rotation. This is actually a 7-hole loop that we're doing. This is the longest one though, 288. So it's gonna be kind of a pump. So we need to go with a little bit less stable version of a disc. So I'm gonna pull out, I believe this is K3 Berg. This is like the base plastic it comes in. And then my least stable range is gonna be this Eclipse one. All right, let's do Berg first. There we go, great shot. All right, we're about 100 feet out or so, which I'm not surprised with these discs. These discs have very little glide, so it's hard to keep them up in the air. All right, range. We're gonna start this one to the left. No, get through. All right, somehow got through. All right, like I said, we're taking player A. We got to do up and downs here. But this gives us a good chance to show you one of my favorite shots with both of these discs, which is the Anheuser forehand shot. So all you gotta do is put a little Anheuser on it, should flatten out, get you up there pretty close. So here we go, let's see if we can hit that gap. Yes, oh, go in. Woo, all right. Circle's edge, that's gonna be a tough putt though. All right, Berg's a little bit more stable, like I said. So this one can handle a regular forehand shot, little hyzer shot. Woo, all right. All right, Berg was down 1, got the easier par putt on this one, but wow. This Eclipse range has got some work to do on this putt. 25 footer, that's a tester with these discs. Oh my gosh. All right, all tied up, 2 holes to go. All right, 179. This hole, the best route is really to go left with a forehand. Definitely a lot more forgiving. So it's exactly what we're gonna do. We got range Berg. All right, let's go with the Berg first on this left route. There we go, little inside. All right, good curl back, inside circle. All right, range. Similar line. All right, didn't get a curl back, so we're still putting though. Well, this battle might come down to a tie, and if it does come down to a tie, that's perfect for me because I get to go with personal preference. Is it fair? I think so. I'm the one who's doing the video. All right, Berg's got a little bit longer putt than the range here, but both definitely makeable. All right, there we go. All right, tied up, 1 hole to go. Final hole, 220, sitting there right in front of you. This is a great ace race opportunity. So see if one of these can ace and end the battle. Let's go with the range first. Oh, it's not gonna ace, but should be an easy birdie from there. All right, Berg, you can win it right here with an ace. There we go, a lot more fade from the Berg. Let's go, Berg. Oh, all right, definitely advantage to the Berg here. Berg for the birdie, range for the birdie, and it's a tie. All right, guys, well, You guys probably know what my personal preference is already because this is the disc I actually bag. I'm going with the Range. Even though this battle was tied up back and forth, I mean, these are both very good discs. The Berg, it just comes down to, it's got more fade to it, whereas the Range just goes dead straight, even a little bit of turn, and it hits and sits, which I have come to really love. So Berg people, you got a great disc. Range people, you got a great disc. Tied up, I'm gonna put the Range through, just through personal preference, and that is our first MVP disc to finally make it to round number 2. Well, fair or not fair, this has been a pretty fun battle. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the 4th part of this series, which I don't even know what 2 discs it's gonna be, but it should be fun. Hey, if you guys are looking to get Bergs, Ranges, or any other putters, head on over to Disc Golf Deals USA. Till I see you next time, peace out.